Welcome back, everybody, to Road to GM, man. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I've been in a little bit of a slump. I can't get past this 1914, this 1920 range, bruh. I'll get to 1920, then I'll drop down to 1890. Then I'll get back up to 1900, then I'll drop back down to 1890. So I need to find something new. I need to find a new way because I need to start evolving. I need to evolve. And I'm not trying to just stay at 1900. I'm trying to keep elevating for y'all, for the people. So, let's get this motherfucker underway, you hear me? If you're new, drop a sub, drop a like, drop a comment, and let's get into it. So my opponent plays e4 and I play c5. He plays the Alapin, and against the Alapin, I play d5 just because I don't like playing into what they want. I'm like, all right, let's automatically switch this motherfucker up immediately. Reroute this motherfucker. He takes, and now I take with the queen. He plays d4, and I don't take. I play knight to f6. He plays knight to f3. I play knight to c6, and now he plays c4. And my best move is to give this check, but I thought he's just gonna block and castle, and that's just helping him develop. But I guess it's applying pressure to a lot of places, and more pressure than where I end up moving my piece. And I just end up moving my piece all the way back to the home square, which is an L because it allows him to play d5. And now I'm like, damn, what do I do? Do I jump here and get kicked out and then go to the edge of the board? Or do I go to the edge of the board immediately? Or do I go back to the home square? But I was like, if I go back to the home square, my development is going to be shitty booty. I'm not going to be able to really get this knight back into the game until later in the game once I get the bishop out, reroute, pawn, bishop. So I elect to sacrifice a pawn. Take, queen takes. Now I'm like, okay, let's develop the bishop. He develops the knight, and now we play e6, and he can't take because it's pinned to his queen. So now he pins my knight to my queen, and I play bishop e7. I block the pin, so if he wants to take, I'll take, and I'll have these bishops on this diagonal. Most likely he's castling short, so they won't be targeting the king, but they'll have some good squares to be looking at, I think. He develops the bishop, and now I take, he takes, and I castle. He castles, and now we chop the pawn. And he got to be careful. Because if he doesn't act correctly, if he does not act appropriately, it's going to be over. It's going to be over. And he definitely does not act appropriately. I take the knight with the motherfucking ooh. And now the bishops see each other. If you take like this, I take the bishop. If you take like this, I take the queen. You take, then I take the bishop. And now if you decide to take my bishop, that knight goes back, big fella. Big boomerang on your bitch ass. That's big boomerang on your bitch ass. And now we can get a queen trade. I'm up a piece for a pawn. We can get that queen trade going. He don't want it. I respect it. So we play b6, getting ready to, bring all the pieces to the party. Don't want to go down too much pawns because I don't want to give him that 2 pawns for a piece. That's a little bit. It's still winning, but that's a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's a little bit. So he develops the rook attacking my knight, and now I play queen c7, connecting my rooks as well as defending my knight. He gets ready to double up. We slide the rook to the party. We get the rook to the open rank. We're gonna play rook e8 perhaps next. And now he doubles up, and it's like, okay, well we gotta move. You attacking my knight, we gotta move. So we play knight to f5. Knight to f5, we hit in the rook. And now you better be careful, because that knight hitting some step tween. That knight really hitting some step tween, and step tween on your bitch ass. Now we hitting these, and GG. Once I take this rook, you gotta take with the queen, or if you take with the pawn, your pawn structure is just shit. Your king's open. So once I take this, I take the pawn. So we're just killing it. We're killing the game. And he resigned here because he didn't want to deal with no more nonsense. And I can't even blame him for that. I wouldn't have resigned. Never resign. I never resign unless I'm getting completely cooked. But I don't resign unless I'm really getting sauced up. But we're going to be all right. He going to shake it off. He going to be all right. He in 1900. He going to be all right. Let's do a game review. Let's do a game review. We played at a 79.5% accuracy and a 1950 like a boss. Yep, that was a mistake. I need to give the check. What did I miss here? Take? GG. And that's game 1, y'all. Game 2 coming out. All right, y'all. Game 2. In this game, I don't know how. I was back against the wall. When I tell you I was back against the wall, I was back against the wall, and I hit some strong weave action. I hit some strong weave action. And also my opponent missed some things, but I still hit some weave. So I play e4. We play the Vienna. He plays d5. I take. He takes. And now I shouldn't take here. I shouldn't take here. But I do. I fuck up. I take, he takes, and now I step my queen up. I want to win the pawn. He gives me a check. I kick out the queen. And now we take the pawn. He develops the knight. I hold on to the pawn in the center. He attacks my queen. And now I just slide back 1. Because I wanna hold on to all my stuff. We go and pin. And as you can see, that's a blunder. That's a blunder because I completely overlooked. Not even overlooked. Just didn't even look for it. I just was like, oh, I'm just pinning. This is why you can't just make moves lackadaisically. Because you do that, you're going to get hit with some step tween. And I got hit with some step tween. And it's okay. Players mess up too. I developed the bishop. He takes my bishop. I'm down a bishop. But what did I just say last game? Do not resign. I'm not resigning down a piece. What do I look like to you? We developed the knight. I should have just castled, huh? But I'm getting greedy. I'm going after the queen. Sorry. Y'all ain't see that. I'm getting greedy. I'm going after the queen, and I completely give up this pawn. I know I gave up this pawn, but I was like, maybe I can play rook b1 and get some counterplay going because of the open rook on the king side. The queen is vulnerable. So they don't take it either. I kick out the queen once again, and now we castle long, and that's just terrible. That's just terrible. That just gives up a pawn, and here I fucked up. I literally wanted to play bishop to e. I wanted to play bishop to e, e1, but I accidentally played queen to f2 like a dummy. He develops the bishop, threatening a discovery. That's a very big threat. So we block that pin immediately, and we're adding extra pressure. We have 1, 2, 3 attacking pieces on a piece defended twice. He attacks my knight. Was I able to take this right here? Take. No, because take. Okay. So we develop the knight out, and we're hitting the bishop. He hits me with bishop a3 check, and I slide out the way. And it's starting to get a little bit tight over here. I don't know if I can breathe too well, man. I don't know. I need some oxygen. I don't know if I can breathe too well in this situation. But we're going to hold our breath. We're going to... Breath is hold. Now it's time to lock in. Fight or flight right now. It's fight or flight. He throws a pawn at my knight. And we drop back. I was debating I could take this, but I was like, if he takes, what do I do? I was like, here. What do I do? Do I come back? Do I trade off? But then he's opening up my position, and I just didn't like that. So I was like, no, I can't do that. Let's play knight to b2. Knight to b2. He steps the queen in, and this blunders this. I can literally play this now. But mental errors is mental errors. I messed up. I played bishop c1, defending up. He drops the knight back. And now I step the knight right back here. Let's trade the bishops. He trades the bishops. I take back with my rook. He attacks. And I took back with my rook. Because if I took with the queen, I'm just getting... It's slaughterhouse. And I couldn't allow that to happen. He steps the bishop up, attacking my rook. And now we're doubled up over here. All the pieces are over here. We're still down a piece. Let's ball. He's attacking my knight. I don't want to do that, so I jump the knight in. I jump the knight in. He takes. I take. And now he jumps the knight in, and that's a blunder. That is a blunder. He's thinking, oh, once he takes, I have these checks. But those checks don't do nothing. Give me that motherfucking knight for the free skate. We back in it. Back in it like I ain't never even left. He takes that with check, and this, I overlooked this check. At first, I got really shitty because I was like, oh my god, I only have one square. It's a discover check. What do I do? Motherfucker, I cook. Because anywhere he moves the bishop, I take the queen. So we trade queens. He drops back, and now I'm like, okay. He's up a pawn. I see a way to win the pawn back immediately. Let me do that. I win it back immediately from down a piece to even, but we in the end game. From down a piece to even, and we are in the end game, and you know me. You know me. Let's go. Step the king. Step the king. Ooh, you like that little Euro? Is that, Euro step on his bitch ass. Euro step on his bitch ass. Cut off the coordination. Don't let his king approach. Don't let anything get close. Slide the rook back. Let's reroute. We got to hit a little smooth little reroute. We slide the rook back. And now we slide the rook up. Come on, we just trying to reroute. We give a check. And now we start running the king that way. That way. That way. That way or the highway. Because we want to get right here. If we can get in, it's over. If we can get in, it's over. He tries to kick out my rook, but that just literally allows me to do what I want. Let's trade rooks. Can we trade rooks? And if you don't want to trade rooks, I'm feasting on the pawns. So he trades the rooks, and that's just tough, big fella. That's tough. Give me that. I'm not even up a pawn, but this motherfucker right here is a strong motherfucker. That's a Sam Solik motherfucker right there. That's a strong motherfucker. Come on, we step up with the king. Now he in Zuzwan. He in Zuzwan. Anywhere he goes, I take. Anywhere he goes, I take. If he moves the king, I get closer. He goes here. I might even just run for these pawns. Win these pawns, go 2 on none. It's over. So he elects to play c5. Come on. Zuzwan. Hit that boy with some Zuzwan. Come on. Now we step the king closer. Check. Step the king a little bit closer. He's pushing. We're pushing. We want a queen. Check. Check. To the corner, big fella. Slide the king. You got one move. You don't have one move with the king. You have 1, 2, 3. You have a total of 4 moves to make. And it don't matter. And it don't matter. Checkmate on your dome piece, fuckboy. That's how you do it, man. Don't resign. I was down a whole piece. Back against the wall, suffocating with no oxygen. And I came back and clutched up like that? Bro, because I got it to the end game, man. I got to the end game, and you know what they call me? Endgame Mastero, baby. Endgame Mastero. Let's do that shit, man. Let's do it. Game review. We played at a 76.7% accuracy. We had a lot of misses. We did really bad. Blender. Yep, we know that was a blender. Blender. It was this move right here. What? What was it? Rook takes? Oh. Oh my god, and if he takes, check, win the queen. Oh my god. That's tough. Look at this endgame work. Well, that was a bad one. How are these misses? I feel like these are solid moves. GG. That's the motherfucking game, baby. It don't matter how you start, it's how you finish, man. It don't matter how you start, it's how you finish. So, if you made it all the way to the end, drop some clapping emojis in the comments for yourself. And for me too, And also drop a comment, drop a like, drop a sub, and I'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.